Monaco opened the scoring against Strasbourg through Takumi Minamino, as the forward won the ball high up the pitch and unleashed a low strike past METZ. The former Liverpool man getting on the score sheet this week after setting up a goal last time out, carrying on an impressive run of form. The Japanese international looking to make amends after struggling in his first season in the Principality. Minamino was on target again before the break, heading home from Caio Henrique's cross to double his side's lead. He's already doubled his goal haul from last season and grabs his first brace since 2018. Minamino involved once again for Monaco's third goal. This time the provider as Ben Yedder finished from a tight angle. A third goal of the season for the Monaco captain, who already scored a brace against Clermont last week. Brest finding the opener at Le Havre as Bradley Loco sets off down the left wing. Sends in across to find Del Castillo, who sweeps it into the top corner. The former Rennes man with his third goal of the campaign, already halfway to his tally from last season. But the hosts would strike back after the break with a drive down the left of their own. Dale KUZIAEV on the edge of the box with an emphatic strike into the top corner. It's a fitting first Ligue 1 Uber Eats goal at the Stade OGCN, the Russian international bringing the hosts back into the game. And Brest with a response just minutes later though. Del Castillo's corner met with a thumping header from centre-back Lilian BRASSIER to restore his team's lead. The defender finding the back of net again after going goalless last season and matching his best ever tally to earn the 3 points. Lost right out of the blocks against Rennes as the ball falls to David Machado on the edge of the box and the wing back for an emphatic first-time finish past Steve Mandanda. The Colombian involved in 5 goals in his last 8 appearances in Ligue 1 Uber Eats and already on 2 strikes for the campaign. But Rennes were instantly showing more of an incisive edge on their return from the break, as Arnaud Kalimundo was taken down by Kevin Danso, and the referee pointed to the spot. And it was none other than Benjamin Bourigeaud on spot kick duties, the former last man confidently dispatching his penalty past Brice Samba, but keeping the celebrations muted against his former club. Lyon looking to make amends after an opening day defeat to Strasbourg on the road. But it was a nightmare start as goalkeeper Rémi Rio handed Arnaud Nordin the opener on a plate. And it went from bad to worse for Lyon just before the break, as Moussa Tamari picked up the ball on the halfway line, drove forward through the Lyon defence, and slotted it past Rio. The Jordan international introducing himself to Ligue 1 in style. And the visitors would strike again in the second half, with Benjamin Lecomte's long ball up the pitch finding Tamari, who once again leaves the defenders in his wake before confidently beating Rio for the second time in the game. Lyon would pull one back before the end of the game though, as captain Lacazette fended off his marker to get a far post finish away. A goal which would only come as a consolation. And Montpellier would hit on the break once more, as Tamari once again sowed chaos in the Lyon defence before finding another new signing in Akor Adams, the striker rounding Rio to bury the fourth. Lille were kept at bay by Nantes until the hour mark in their first home game, until Edon Jagrova's cross was spilled. And Jonathan David was on hand to score his first goal of the campaign. Perfect positioning from the Canadian for a close-range finish. And the 3 points were sealed late on as the ball came to OUNAS and the winger sent a curling shot in off the bar. New signing Samuel Umtiti approves. The matchday curtain raiser saw Marseille travel to Metz, and it was a dream debut for 18-year-old Emran Soglo. The England youth international found wide before rifling his shot in from a tight angle. The winger becomes the team's youngest goal scorer since Samir Nasri. But 10-man Metz with a spirited fight back though. A Sabalé shot takes a wicked deflection of Valentin Rongier and loops into Paul Lopez's goal. And the hosts weren't done just yet, as Georges Mikotaza was found at the back post from a corner and sent a stinging shot through the Spanish goalkeeper's hands. Last year's Ligue 2 BKT top scorer carrying over his form into the top flight. But Marseille's blushes were spared late on though, as a well-worked team move around the box eventually fell to Vitinha, the Portuguese striker with an emphatic finish to make it 2-2. The forward with 2 goals in as many games this season, already matching his tally from last year. Kylian Mbappe's return to action was the big story for PSG, and the France captain made an instant impact when he came on in the second half against Toulouse. The referee eventually awarding the forward a penalty with the help of VAR after a trip in the box. Mbappe confidently dispatching the spot kick. But there was late drama down south, as Achraf Hakimi gave away a penalty in stoppage time after stepping on Zakaria Buklar's foot. The Moroccan stepping up himself to earn his team a point against the champions. Reims wasting no time in getting off the mark against Clermont. Junior Ito sending in a corner at the back post, and Marshall Menetzi on hand to head home from close range. The assist coming from Amir Richardson, who makes an instant impact on his return from a loan spell at Le Havre last year. And an expansive move across the pitch in the second half sees the Japanese international involved again, picking out the substitute Mohamed Darami, who tucks away a close-range debut goal. The Champagne side's new number 9 with an ideal introduction in front of his new fans. It's Nice who would strike first against Lorient. Youssef Attal's cross being spilled by the goalkeeper. But Evan GUESSAND is there to get his effort over the line. Julien Laporte unable to stop it from creeping over. But Lorient's reaction would come from their substitutes, as Serena Decore wins the ball back high up the pitch before getting on the end of a through ball from Junior Krupi and slotting it past Martin Bulka. Lorient scoring with their first shot on target of the game, and it's Decore's first goal in Ligue Uber Eats in his 13th appearance. Match day 2 saw two title challengers in Marseille and PSG held to away draws, while the rut goes on for Laurent Blanc's Lyon. Sunday's action saw Lille and Reims clinch their first wins of the campaign. Monaco and Brest both with 2 wins in as many games to go top of the table. Rennes and Montpellier also impressing. And the champions in an unfamiliar position in the bottom half of the table, while last year's runners-up Lens are also winless. Lyon looking to avoid being dragged into an early relegation battle. Next week, Nantes face league leaders Monaco to kick off match day 3, before Saturday night sees a clash between last year's top 2 teams in PSG and LOSC. Rounding out the action, it's a fiery showdown between Nice and Lyon.